Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I have moved all these seed generators and stuff over here. It's quite the ordeal because you can't like interrupt it or you'll lose the garden, so you have to sit there and wait for them all to finish and then move them over. I just wanted them out of the way because I want to use this space right here to create our brand new resin trees. And I've created everything we need, I think. It's just going to be a matter of, it's going to be very similar to this setup, but just a little bit different. Kind of scaled down a little bit. So I'm just going to grab a couple of these little pieces and parts. We're going to need one of these. Yeah, and I know we can't place that. Let's see. I think we're going to need two of these algaes, if I understand that correctly. And did I not make the algae farm Mark IIs? No, I guess I didn't. Those are the Mark IIIs. Those are what we need for that. Okay, so I didn't prepare it all. I meant to, but I did not. We need steel for that. Can we go ahead and get those started while we're doing everything else? We can get one of them started because we need bricks. Which I've got my last stack. We're going to have to generate some more of those. There. Eventually. All right, so we're gonna need those. Let's see, we're gonna need some composters too, and I don't think I've made those either. All right, but we can. Okay. I thought I was prepared. All right, and we're gonna need basically we don't need any of the blue algae stuff, but we do need the soil generators. We're gonna need 6.7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 8. It's better to have more than less, right? Okay, so we're gonna need that, and let's see. It's a 4. It's a weird ratio. It's 4. It's 4 to 15. If we make that 16, oh, we just have enough to build one more. That's going to be a lot friendlier. So that'll be our 1 to 4 ratio, where this one is a 1 to 6. All right, but we can. We could just take that part of it. And steal the ratio from there. And I didn't want to build that. Okay, and this is going to be a little bit different in that we are wanting to create temperate tree cultivation, and that only needs soil and water, so it's actually a little bit simpler. We don't need to get the fertilizer down here. It's just this. All right, and our composter's off of that. This looks like it's going to be extremely straightforward. Those just require, soil just requires, it requires the mud as well as that. Okay, so let's see, let's take you over like that. We could trim off that, and then take the export line because soil is the only thing we need down here. You need mud and compost. Mud, let's see, can we turn this? Yeah, we can move that flare stack somewhere else, that's fine. We'll fit that in there. We have water right there. And then we're just composting here. That's all that is. So if this line just comes out directly, is that the input line? That's the output line. That will feed like that. And we put... Let's see, where do we want to... Well, we got to fit the composters in first. Doom, like that. And this, it doesn't matter where this goes. This can go right here. And is that it? All right, we've got some other processes, but we're just growing the trees right now. So this this looks like it works. All right, we just need to put this in a place where it makes sense with the rest of the factory. I guess we just line the trees up. You can put it like that. That's okay. That's fine. We didn't have to move this after all, but I'm glad we did. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this built. We will roll the intro, and we'll start making some trees. All right, so I got everything placed. I think we're going to have to make some adjustments because the recipes are just a tad different. All right, let's see. Okay, so that's going to need water. We didn't quite get that powered, did we? That's just going to have to be goofy. Let's see. Okay, so we're getting our compost. We're getting our mud in here. That should be enough to support these guys, which are sending their stuff out. Now, this was set up to take in from one side and then to take in and push out on another. And this is actually going to have two products. So let's adjust this where you guys all spit out on the inside of the belt. So you're going to spit out to the inside. You're going to spit out to the inside. And that's going to put the soil on one side of the belt. Is that going to work? Yes. Okay, so all the soil will be coming in on one side of the belt. This will be the input side. And instead of you sending your tree seeds out to that side, let's spit them out to the outside of the belt. And then you just grab your stuff from up here. And not spit out over there. I hope that's going to work. It's like I never can remember on these corners. Okay, let's do it where it's the other side of the belt, because that way we'll know for sure. Okay, soil will be on the outside of the belt. You spit out on the inside. On on the inside, and on the inside, and this will grab, drop, pick up. It'd be a little 90-degree turn there. All right, so that makes all of that unnecessary now. And those are going to be solely input lines, and everybody has inputs. And you are going to be, we're not going to need any inputs. Those are just going to be outputs onto that. All right, and that can be trimmed up. All right, I think that works. Let's see. Let's alternate these so we get both sides. I don't know that it's that big of a deal because I don't think the output is going to be enough, but it makes me feel better about things in general. And that's going to come on down. We want to take that this way. And then down like this. So we're going to have two products coming out of here, I believe. We're going to get a tree, and we're going to get the resiny stuff. Filter fish. And that will be combined right here. And I want to take this down and filter off the trees. And combine that into this line. And then this will be our resin. And I think I just want to take the resin out by itself and process that elsewhere. Maybe? Maybe not. What do we need to process that resin? We need one liquefier and one factory. And is that used for anything else? What is it again? It doesn't say. Can we find it here? Raw bioresin. Usage. One use to make liquid resin. Okay, so no, it doesn't make any sense at all to take that out. We need to export the resin. Okay, so that'll be our line right here. So it would make more sense to take trees off here to that side. And take that down and feed that on the inside of the belt. I'm kind of rethinking things here. 1 second. I want these on the inside of the belt. Here, let's bear with me for a second here. force trees to the inside of the belt. So that makes it where these trees and these trees are on the same side of the belt. I want to combine those together. I want to put fish in here. And I want an input priority on the left side. So that means that these trees will get the priority over these trees. So that way we're always producing resin. APR, always producing resin. And I think I want to switch this over to a resin filter on the other side instead of a tree filter. And take that down. That gets converted into one liquefier. That is going to turn that into liquid resin, and that's all it needs. Ethanol. What? Ethanol. Where do we get ethanol? And that's where it all went downhill. Biomass refining from nutrient pulp or from fermentation base. Where do we get fermentation base? We could ferment fruits and water or corn and water. Oh, we're going to need to farm. Is there something I'm missing here? Ethanol. I thought I had this all figured out. Methanol. Okay. Methanol, ethanol. Craft. Fermentation base or nutrient pulp. And is that the only recipe we have for that? Maybe I was thinking methanol. That would certainly make sense. Fermentation base. All right, so this is a nice start, but we're gonna need farming setup basically in order for this to even work. Which is good because I think we're really not that far off from starting a little bit of farming. That's where we get our pulps and things. But we have this all ready to go for when that day comes. That's exciting. Temperate gardens. Oh, yeah, we're getting all kinds of swamp gardens now. All right, well, let's just see. Temperate gardens. Do we not get any desert ones? I guess the desert gardens are on strike. We do have seeds though. Let's just take a look at some of these and see what we got here. Is that going to be easier to do here? Maybe. Let's see. Craft. Nutrient pulp or fermentation base. That's going to give us extra compost. This is going to give us a lot of other things that we're probably going to need at some other date. 4 seconds for 30. 4 seconds for 50. Corn, fruits. Corn and fruits. As opposed to nutrient pulp. No, not usage. Make it. Make it. There we go. Fruits, beans, corn, leaves. All right, we can make it out of more stuff. All right. Leaves. What am I looking for here? Why am I getting confused? Leaves. We don't want leaves. I want nuts. No. Pips. Fruits. What can we make out of fruits? Zelo squash. That also gives us cellulose fiber. Quinola gives us pips. Zelo squash. Okay, fruits. I'm just trying to see. See, we can make fruits. Fermentation base, we can make it out of fruits and corn. So I want things that make fruits and corn. Zelo squash, I believe that's desert farming. I think we can make that. What's the other one? Fruits and corn. Craft. Kenolodon. That produces cellulose fiber and crystal dust. Wheaton. Primadidion. All right. So, what do we need to make this one? Sand and saline water plus those seeds. Let's take a look at our seeds and see what we have the most of now that we've had a little bit of a review. Benefran, I didn't see that. This, I didn't see that. There we go, right there. 145 of those seeds. That's good. Do we have the Zelo squash? Yes, we do. We have 45 of those. What's the other? Wheaton? Wheaton. We have 105 of that. All right, what do we need to make? What do we need to make Wheaton? That is a temperate farm. We need soil, water for that, which would be the whole compost thing, or the other one required saline water and sand. We know how to make sand. We've done that before. How do we make... Do we have a better way to make saline water now? From water treatment 1. Saline water. From a salinization plant. Can we make one of those? We can. Oh, no, we can't. That requires advanced circuits. All right, next. Okay, that's the recipe we're currently using. Oh, and we can take this. We can take the washing plant all the way through. Okay. And just one more question. One more question thing. How do I make... Where do I get sand? Which one is that? That's from thin mud water. Okay. So we can make sand from the thin mud water, and we can also make that. All right. Clear as toast. All right, so... That kind of seems like the way I may want to go. What do I need in order to make a farm with a desert upgrade? That's where we need our eco tokens or whatever they were. And we've got a lot of those. All right, are we good to go now? Basic farms is what we need. We need iron and iron pipe. There's iron. Iron pipe. We will have, well, we should be able to just make it now, right? We can make a 1. Oh, stone bricks. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're going to look into doing some farming. Better now than never, I guess. Boy, I can't believe I missed that one little component off of there. Yeah. That happens. That happens. But thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Why aren't you guys... Is this warehouse just completely full? Yeah. Oh, and we are very, very much on the stone side here. Let's get... Do we have an extra overflow valve? Not on me. That's a top-up valve. Overflow. Let's burn off some of this mineralized water. That will make it where this is running all the time, and it'll make that ratio a little bit more reasonable. Over time, yeah, we need to relook at this because I'm sick of babysitting it. What was I getting? Something to do with farms. Oh, we made a farm. Look at that. Oh, it was stone bricks. That's right. We can make 6 of them. All right. What were we doing? Was it the Primolidon or whatever like that? Add a recipe. Well, let's just let's just expand this out, right? We need no, not that. This. We need 10 ethanol gas. What are we looking at here? We were going to do it from... let's do it from this one. We're going to need fermentation base. Oh, we already had it added. Okay. We're going to make that from... was it fruit? Was it corn? It was corn. We're going to need 16.7 corn, which we are going to get from... this, which we will need. Oh, this was going to be so reasonable. 47 farms. I don't know. Maybe that's reasonable. Let's go down the other road. Just to see how that compares. This one. Nutrient pulp from corn, right? Corn from that. Okay, there we go. You see, sometimes you just go down the wrong path. Sometimes you swing a left at Albuquerque when you should not have done that. Gas refinery. We can do that with one of those. Nutrient extractors, bioprocessors, and desert farms 14. I can deal with that, which would give us a washing plant, and we have to do that whole chain. But we also need saline water, which we were going to get from... How much do we need? We only need 11. This one would probably actually be better. That way we wouldn't have to do 2 chains. All right. Very, 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 very much more reasonable. Okay, so that actually makes me not want to include the processing as a part of this. And instead, I think we can leave all this the way it is. But yeah, and instead of doing that, we can just send the raw resin out on the bus to another farming area where it'll get processed into actual factual resin. So in that case, we can go ahead and turn this on and get it processing unless there is something else that I'm missing, which I probably am. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. We may actually have to increase the number of factories making trees as well. Okay, let's figure this out here. We're going to need one of these. And I've been using water fill. I will admit to that. I mean, it's just right there, but can that fit in there? It sure can't. Not even a little bit. What are you even trying? There, it should fit into there. I mean, the other things just seem silly. And let's see, how's water doing over here? I'm sure it's probably just fine and full. Let's hook this up into that system. That makes it up here. Like none of these are placed very well. We'll just pull it out to here. That'll get you guys running. And that'll get you guys running. Oh, we need a, let's see, do we have another flare stack? We don't. Can we make one? Yes. Mud is going out. Compost is going out. There goes soil. And that should get this process moving. All right, and then that'll just take time, but just trust that the system is working, and we'll come and check on that a little bit later. Okay, we've got 6 farms. We needed how many? 14. All right, so we're close. 6, 11. We'll just make that many. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where we do a little bit of farming. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.